What it do, YouTube fam? Guess who's back? You already know it's ATX. I got the itch to rip, so I'm bringing a video to you. I, for whatever reason, cannot get my hands on any of the new Optic Football retail boxes. It's driving me nuts. I have some solo packs that I thought would have been here by now from Dick's Sporting Goods. They have not arrived. So, in a time like this, all I can do is rip some baseball. And this quite possibly could be the final baseball rip on my channel. Basically just noticed that the videos where I've ripped baseball doesn't do as well, and honestly I do prefer football and then basketball, so we may keep it to those two moving forward. But real quick, want to take a moment to give you a shout out for stopping by to check out my channel. I really appreciate you. It would really make my day if you gave my video a like. It would also mean the world if you considered subscribing. I really would appreciate it. Trying to keep the channel going. Help me get some momentum going if you don't mind. I'd really appreciate it. It's been a tough week. Recovering from the flu. Apparently I'm getting old because, man, it's not like I remember it from my youngin' days. But after being in bed for 4 or 5 days, I'm about as close to 100% as I can be. Hopefully I'll feel even better tomorrow, but yep, that's my quick rant. Really want to open some football cards. Haven't gotten my hands on any. So here we are ripping 2024 Bowman baseball. So we're gonna go ahead and just dive right in. I'm glad I had these boxes stashed in the closet. Like I said, I really thought that the Optic Football solo packs, and I even got a box of solo packs from Dick's Sporting Goods. I believe the confirmation email said that it should arrive June 4th, which was damn near a week ago. So yeah, not too happy about that, to say the least. I also was very close to getting some Optic Football mega boxes on Target when it dropped at, I think, 2 a.m. I don't know, about a week ago, because I was right before I got sick. But anyway, got it in my cart, and for some reason, the app would not check out. It just kept giving me an error message, and I know other people were able to check out, so I was real upset about that. But what can you do? Gotta charge it to the game. So we're gonna go ahead and rip these boxes that we had, just to let me get this itch to rip out of my system, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I was sick. That was rough. I was literally in bed for 4 or 5 days. And it's crazy because I went to see my primary care physician on Tuesday for an annual exam, and apparently I got the damn flu when I was there getting my exam done, which is crazy. But anyway, I'm feeling a lot better. Just have a lot of catching up to do at work and school, so really needed a quick time out for some me time and rip some wax. So I know from what I've seen, baseball cards apparently is not what the viewers of my channel are looking for, and that's okay. Football is my number 1. Basketball would be number 2. Followed by baseball at number 3. And I definitely am going to step my game up. I know that I used to play fantasy football, basketball, and baseball for many years. And I still do a lot of fantasy football. I'm in several dynasty fantasy football leagues. So football is certainly my wheelhouse. Kind of fell off when it comes to basketball and baseball. Long story short, my friends that I play fantasy with are lame, and they think basketball and baseball is too hard. There are too many games, and I get it. It's not for everyone, but I'm going to get back into it, even if it's with some randoms on the internet. So that being said, if you enjoy playing fantasy sports, especially fantasy basketball or baseball, leave me a comment. I would love to link up with you for a league in the future. Obviously, with baseball mid-season and NBA coming to an end, not something that we'd be able to get going right away, but would really love to do that. So let me know in the comments. Trying to get back into it. But yeah, I've definitely realized that playing fantasy sports, the knowledge of knowing all the players, etc., comes along with it and really helps me when it comes to collecting, trading, selling, anything card related for that matter, whether it's knowing all the prospects, what have you. But real excited to eventually get my hands on some football cards, but until then, we're just making do with what we got. So I'm gonna try to move fairly quickly through these, but yeah, I just needed a little break from life. Got a little overwhelmed, got a lot going on at school and work, and just was not a good time to get sick, to say the least. But that's life, am I right? So we are just taking a little time out and enjoying ripping some wax, seeing what cards we get. It's a good player, Aiden Smith. I'm slowly but surely picking up on who some of the better prospects are. And as I say that, anytime I see a Yankee, I get a little excited. So we're gonna go to the back. So for those that don't know, signed Yankees 2022 as a free agent. So if it's an international signing, he could very well be really good, highly touted. But typically you're looking for a first or second, possibly a third round pick when it comes to these prospects. But I do know that international signings, I believe they do show as free agents. So that's that. Wouldn't surprise me if every single one of y'all knew that, but I'm hoping that maybe one person out there didn't. And I provided some sort of a service or gave you a solid heads up on what to look for. So here we go. Yankees drafted round 1, 25th overall. So we'd like to see that. So I thought I would fly through, but anytime you hit Yankee prospects, that's just, there's so much hype around Yankee players that even if it's a nobody, I would probably protect it because someone's collecting it, and if they do anything, the value of the card will start to pop off. So I'm gonna go ahead and penny sleeve on up my Yankee prospects. And gonna have a ton of base by the end of this, but that's all right. But moving right along. But yeah, shout out to you for hanging out. Let me know what your favorite sport is and what you collect or enjoy ripping. Really, it's those main 3 sports for me. I do enjoy soccer as well as UFC. Hate to call myself a poser, but I guess the best way to explain it is I don't know much at all. Like UFC, I recognize the fighter names. Probably wouldn't be able to pronounce them if I was reading them off the card. And similar with soccer, but I do enjoy those sports as well. But really itching to get a hold of some football cards, so hang in there with me, y'all. Should have some soon. Dick Sporting Goods, if somehow you see this, let me know something, y'all. My guy Jordan, as I've mentioned in a previous videos, I am an Astros fan, so feel free to comment some hate down below. I get it, it's all love. If I wasn't a fan, I would hate as well. Yeah, the cheating, whatever, I get it, y'all. Not how I want to win. Lots of different sides of that story, but at the end of the day, we essentially cheated. So there, I said it. Don't recognize that name, but we'll come back to that later. Walker Jenkins, that's the guy we're looking for. And it is a first prospect. Wish it was chrome, wish it was numbered. But Walker Jenkins, even in paper, is sleeve worthy. Let's see who else we got here. Cooper Pratt. All right, I don't recognize them, so I will circle back and look into them after the video. Trying to keep it moving for y'all. I think that's what's tough about baseball is, you know, since I'm not head first into fantasy baseball anymore, I don't know as much about the players. So as far as providing any type of entertaining or educational commentary, it's kind of tough. But I'm definitely going to get back into it because I really, I've come to realize the value that it brings for my card collecting, and I miss playing anyway. Colin Arenado. I know I've been saying it multiple times in the past, but I really need to get a better setup for when I record. That's another reason, if you haven't already, hit that like button. I would love for you to subscribe. Would love to engage with you in the comments below. You know, just let me know that someone out there enjoyed my video. Man, that really makes my day, if not my week, probably my month, if I'm being honest with you. But let's see what we got here. Walker Jenkins. As we previously discussed, I wish there was a serial number here, but just because of who it is, we're gonna sleeve it on up. I can't get over the Paul Skeens cards and how much they're going for. Speaking of, whoa. I don't know if y'all saw that. I didn't even see that, so that kind of tripped me out. But there he is. So his Superfractor Auto, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the card, sold for $80,000 recently. And as far as I knew, I didn't think pitchers sold like that at all. But would love to see the pitchers get some love, if I'm being honest. Back in my day when I played, you know, just little league, high school stuff, I was a pitcher. So I enjoy collecting pitchers. It's just hard when no one else cares about them, you know. So as far as making trades or anything else, selling the players I'm not collecting, etc., it just makes it tough. So would love to see the pitchers get some love in the hobby. So I am a fan of seeing such a high sale for a prospect pitcher. He's doing great. His girlfriend's smoking hot. So shout out to him. But yeah, we'll see where this goes. But yeah, ironically, his Superfractor auto sold for more money than Caitlin Clark, as well as Victor Wembanyama's Superfractor 1/1 auto, which I thought was just bananas. Yeah, crazy stuff. So we'll see how that goes moving forward. I was not aware of pitchers getting love like that at all. So very cool to see. Yeah, I think it's safe to say Yankees players seem to get the most love. I personally have always hated the Yankees. With respect, of course. I hate them with respect, kind of like New England Patriots in football. I hate them, but I respect them because they were good for so long. Just not a fan of them at all, so it is what it is. Just like I'm sure none of y'all are fans of my Astros. It's all good. I know how it goes, so no worries at all. There's Ellie. Little Jackson Holiday action. Haven't heard much more on him recently. I know he was the hot thing there for a while and apparently struggled. I don't know if he's back down in the minors or what. I'm gonna have to look into that and get caught up. Aiden Miller, that's a good prospect that we're looking for. Really need the chrome first, but can't complain if it's in paper. Not familiar with that one. But typically for any Bowman Chrome first prospect card, I just go ahead and sleeve it. Even if I don't know who they are, because all it takes is them getting called up or having, hot streak, whatever, and crazy stuff happens. So, but yeah, and real quick, I want to give a shout out to my boy Brandon, aka B Pizzle. One of my close homies I met in college, one of my best friends to this day, and this guy, I tell y'all what, he opens cards all the time. From what he tells me, he keeps everything he opens. He doesn't sell, doesn't necessarily trade, and this guy just constantly hits bangers. Like, it is unbelievable. So I'm really telling him he should start a channel, if I'm being honest. He has better luck than I do. He has a cooler setup than I do. He has a badass little man cave, for lack of a better term, with all of his cards and whatnot. So shout out to him. I'll probably send this video to him, and maybe it'll give him a little nudge to go ahead and hop on the old YouTube. Why not? But yeah, really enjoying being a part of the community. Shout out to Vikings95. I know we've had a little back and forth here and there on YouTube as well as Twitter. Hitman Rips, Run Good Life, Shy City Pools, Acme Packs. Those are probably the people that I've watched consistently for some time now. So shout out to all of them, for paving the way for someone like me to be able to hop on here and obviously not have the relevance that they have, but just enjoy the hobby with them, because that's how it should be. So if you're someone that's always considered starting a channel, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little motivation, a little encouragement. Go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it, even if no one watches, no one likes it, no one subscribes. Consistency is key. My goal is to do one video a week. I have not always met that goal, and that's on me, y'all. I'm getting older, unfortunately. I'm in my late 30s. Man, that's crazy to say. But lots of other things in life that unfortunately have to come first. If money didn't matter, I would just rip these cards all day with y'all. But until I start seeing some sort of income from YouTube, which I do not expect at all, by the way, just to make that clear. But until this pays the bills, gotta keep the day job, gotta keep up with school and my classes. But yeah, I'm basically just blabbing about random stuff to whoever out there wants to watch and listen along. What happened? Haven't heard much on him either. There's several guys I really need to look into that just have lost some hype. I remember when Fernando Tatis Jr. was the hot thing. Just haven't heard much about him. And the green. Alfredo Duno. Okay. Apparently this will be a longer video, so if that scares any of y'all off, I apologize. This video was mostly for me, just needed to get my groove back, get out of the funk I was in, and we're doing that by ripping some packs. So in my previous 24 Bowman video, I believe I opened just 2 blasters. I pulled this guy. It was either to 199 or 125. And I believe he's not necessarily like on the verge of getting called up, but I've been hearing lots of good things about him. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I also could just be remembering good stuff about him since I have a serial numbered first prospect card of his. You know how that goes. But let's see. So signed as free agent. Potentially international signing, but catchers, that's another one. I don't recall catchers getting much love in the hobby either. So it's interesting how the positions, really matter. Like in football, for example, it's like quarterbacks or, other people matter, but if you're not a quarterback, you got to be one of the best to do it at your position to really be relevant, which is kind of interesting, and I always wonder why that is. Baseball, in my experience, it seems like shortstop, really middle infield, and then after that would be outfield, corner infield, and then pitchers, catchers last, and I suppose designated hitter. But yeah, it's real interesting how the position really impacts how other people value a certain player's cards. Arenado, Jefferson Pereira, skipped one. Alonso, been hearing he might get traded. Shoot. Unless he already has. Here we go. So, I've heard a few good things about this young man, Luis Baez, of course from my Houston Astros. So, hoping he turns into something. But we'll see. We shall see. Very random and very late, I'd imagine, but I did hear that Trevor Bauer essentially, I don't know if he proved himself to be innocent of all the accusations or I don't know exactly how things played out, but I've heard that he's essentially cleared his name. Real curious if that is in fact true, and if so, man, I feel bad for the guy if that's the case. He was one of the best pitchers around. His career just got completely derailed from what seems to be someone making false accusations about him. Man, just hate to hear it, hate to see it. And maybe the news I saw is completely wrong. Maybe he in fact did do it. I really don't know. I don't have time to keep up with that type of stuff. Just thought it was real crazy that he just got, blacklisted when he was certainly one of the better pitchers in the league, I would say. But this the whole cancel culture these days, it's pretty wild times. I was born in '87, so essentially, we'll just say I grew up in the '90s, and back then we didn't have none of that. Thank God we didn't have smartphones with cameras and social media and all that when I was growing up, man. I was doing some wild and crazy stuff. I didn't need my mom or my girlfriend or, needed to keep stuff on the down low. I don't know how teenagers do it nowadays with, just anything they do or say, just like the world, including their parents, etc., sees it. It's pretty crazy times. But just try to, respect others as I would like them to respect me, and that typically goes well. None of us are perfect, myself included. But, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's a solid motto to live by, the golden rule, as they call it. But yeah, seeing people get canceled, it's a crazy, crazy thing going on. I am not a fan personally. But we'll go ahead and talk about something else. I honestly have been too scared to look at the Astros record. I know they got off to a just awful start to the season. I heard that they were probably going to be looking to trade Bregman at the trade deadline. And who knows? Maybe I'm just completely late, and maybe he's already been traded. I have his jersey though, so that would be a shame. But yeah, I guess we were due for a down year. We did pretty well there. Nice run, boys. Speaking of the man, the myth, the cheater. Altuve, I got love for that guy though. Got love for him. He's been so clutch. Haven't heard about this guy in a long time either. Heard he was potentially going to get traded. Vladdy Jr. Really hoping to get an auto. My buddy B Pizzle, who I mentioned earlier, that guy, it's like any box he opens, there's an auto, and I'm just like, what is happening? So I'd love to see a serial numbered auto. Even if I don't know who the person is, that's fine. Just want an auto, fingers crossed. But we're really hoping for these Mojo packs, which we'll get to here in just a couple more minutes. Shout out to you if you're still hanging out with me. I know we're approaching the 30-minute mark. I know most people tend to like the, sub 20-minute videos, probably closer to 10-minute videos. And as you've probably noticed, I got a very obvious southern drawl. So I talk very slow, I draw my words out, and I want to enjoy the process of opening packs and look at the cards. So my videos will probably never be on the quick side, but try to make it as entertaining as possible for y'all. Really hoping to get some more engagement on the channel, and I'm torn because everyone tells me, do giveaways, and like, yeah, the thought of that's cool and all. I was just really hoping to, get a community going organically, for lack of a better term, but I don't know. Lots of feedback that I've gotten from others who have been successful in the community say that apparently when you're new, doing giveaways is typically the way to go. So something I'm gonna have to consider, I guess. Diaz. But we'll see. I remember when I first started recording videos and posting on YouTube, I remember thinking, I wonder if I'll ever get 1 subscriber, which eventually I did. Last I checked, I think I had, 10, maybe 11, something like that, which I'm very happy and proud of. I know that probably sounds ridiculous, but, for an old lame person like me, pretty cool. And I'm just much more of an introvert, y'all. I'm just reserved, I guess is the best way to say about my personality. I'm not shy, I like to keep my stuff private and on the down low. It's just, I don't know, just how my parents were, and that's just the way I am. Not shy by any means, just reserved, but slowly but surely trying to put myself out there more. I was thinking in the near future I'd maybe surprise y'all with a video where I actually show my face. Probably sounds like no biggie to most of y'all, but to me that would be very, very different for me. I've really never even been into social media, as crazy as that sounds, because again, I'm just a reserved person and like to keep my business private for the most part, but definitely recognize I can't do that and engage with the community at the same damn time. So definitely gonna have to push myself out of the comfort zone, which I honestly enjoy doing, because that's how you grow, of course. But more to come on that. But until then, I'll just be this random voice that hides behind the camera. I'm not very active, but if anyone would like to check me out on Twitter, aka X, or Instagram, you can find me at atx.cards512 on either of those platforms. Instagram I have mostly because a group that I was involved with back in the pandemic when retail sports cards were hot. That's what we used to communicate to each other, just to figure out where all the restocks were happening. And then Twitter more recently to help me know when certain products are dropped online. So not a lot of posting from me. I'm just gonna be very transparent about that, but feel free to check me out, shoot me a DM. Would love to hear from you. Heard this guy got suspended for PEDs, but prior to that, I heard he was supposed to be really good. I remember after I graduated high school and was getting ready to go to college, I remember, I think that was like, I graduated high school in 2005, and I believe that is like right when Facebook became a thing. I remember one of my friends telling me had just such a serious conversation with me. He's like, bro, you have to get on Facebook. You have to. You just have to. That's how you're gonna meet all the girls. That's how you're gonna know where all the parties are at. And I will say, I still have my Facebook account, mostly just because pretty much any and everyone that I met or partied with or interacted with in some form or fashion back in college, I have on Facebook. I just don't really post there. You know, it is what it is. What social media platform do you prefer? Let me know in the comments. I will say, I'm kind of enjoying Twitter or X. Maybe I'll call it X one of these days. But yeah, it's pretty chill on there. I feel like you can, you know, actually say some stuff without getting banned immediately, which is pretty cool. So regardless of what you think of the person, shout out to Elon for holding it down. Definitely seems like Twitter, aka X, is the most free of those platforms, I would say. But what say you? I don't know how we got on social media when we're ripping cards, but that's okay. James Wood. Don't recognize them either, unfortunately. I am definitely have some anticipation building for those mojo packs back there, though. I will say that. So let's go ahead and get this last base pack out of the way. And hey, we're 36 and a half minutes in, so if you're still rocking with me, let me know in the comments. Let me know that you were still here this deep into the video. That way I know that you're a real one, and I will definitely remember you moving forward, because that, you know, that's love, that's support, and you know, I want to do the same in return for you. So let me know in the comments if you're still rocking with me this deep in the video. I really appreciate y'all. I really, really do. This is a nice, you know, just, hate to call it an escape, but, you know, just kind of takes my mind off of the stressors of day-to-day life. Just get to hang out and rip some wax, look at cards. I dig it. And I'm assuming you do too. All right, y'all. Here's the moment we've been waiting for. Don't want to get my hopes up, but would love to see an autograph. Hey, Mike Trout. Cool, cool, cool. All right, got Mike Trout. Hey, another good player, Juan Soto. There's a homie Juicin, but like I said, supposedly a really good player. Jacob Burke on the first. Mookie Betts, man, so that had Trout, Soto, and Betts. All right. Let's see. Jacob Burke. Round 11. All right. So, not a highly touted prospect, I think it's safe to say, but you never know. You never know. So we'll go ahead and sleeve him up. I'm actually, yeah, if you're this deep in the video, I can't imagine that you would care if I take 5 seconds or so to sleeve these, so appreciate y'all. Yeah, real curious to see Noelve Marte, see him play eventually, because like I said, before he got suspended, I was hearing lots of good stuff about him, but we'll have to wait and see. man, Juan Soto, he's probably going to be the face of the Yankees. Aaron Judge, he's awesome, but he's older, isn't he? He's like, I don't know exactly, but man, I want to say Judge is, I could be tripping, but I want to say he's in his early 30s. Let me know if I'm tripping in the comments. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I feel like he was older when he came into the league. And Soto, I want to say, is like 25-ish. And might not ever hit as many home runs in a season as Aaron Judge, but his offensive metrics overall are just ridiculous, and he's still so young. So I'd imagine the Yankees are going to lock him up with a massive extension if they haven't already. And I'm not really happy about it because, again, I've just never been a fan of the Yankees out of respect. But, yeah, we'll see. Jordan Lawyer. Nick Gonzalez. Hey, I know that guy. Jason Dominguez. Everson Pereira. All right, so I will say these Mojos, they look nice. I like them. I do like them. Just wish I was getting some first prospects, some serial numbered cards, an auto. Am I asking too much for an auto? Y'all let me know. Apparently I am. But a couple packs left, so there's still hope. But yeah, if I could get a serial numbered autograph of anybody, anyone at all, I would be really happy. And you know what? I'll go ahead and say I'm really happy regardless. This was a good time. It was nice to take a break from, just the day-to-day, hang out for a little bit, take a look at some cards. I was hoping to see a numbered card by now, but I guess not. There we go. I do like seeing that. Round 1, 7th overall. Okay, Nick Gonzalez. Okay. And I want to say Jordan Lawyer. Also first round, 6th overall. Yeah, I'm also real interested to see, how there's always been prospect cards in baseball. Maybe it's just me, but it feels like, with some of these NCAA products that have come out recently, it feels like for basketball and football at least, but potentially other sports, it feels like some of these collegiate products may be viewed similarly to a prospect card as the hobby does in baseball. That would be really cool. It only makes sense to me, For the longest, it seemed like collegiate products were more so for collectors, but why not? I think it's, makes sense to me. Cespedes, there we go. I do recognize that name. Brock Wilkin, round 1, 18th overall. Love to see that. Still looking for that serial number. Still looking for that autograph. Matt Shaw. Uh-oh. Nice. I know who that is as well. Hey, I think I know who both these guys are, but this one in particular. George Lombard Jr. I actually used way more penny sleeves than I expected. So, go ahead and I always like to usually clip the corner with a pair of scissors, but just went ahead and cut the very top of that side with my pocket knife just to make sure I don't ding a corner going into that sleeve. It's one of those, if you know things. I'd imagine most collectors do that at this point, but if you didn't know, now you know. I'll do it on camera for you here. So we're just right there at the top. And we're literally just opening it up. That way, just, that way there's no resistance there. It just kind of gives and lets the card flow in nicely and doesn't damage the card. So, I'm sure most of y'all knew that, but for anyone out there that potentially didn't know that, I hope that helps. That's something that I wish I would have been shown or figured out earlier in my collecting career, but better late than never, am I right? And man, we're down to our last pack. I'll go ahead and say it. Can we get some last pack mojo for the last mojo pack of 2024 Bowman Baseball? Whew, it's been a fun rip. Wow, we're approaching 50 minutes. It'll be interesting to see if anyone even watches this, knowing it's baseball and long. But for anyone that's still here, let me know. Let me know. We'll work something out. I would like to potentially do some giveaways in the future. I'd like to get some more advice, because again, I don't want to feel like I'm buying my subscribers. I do want to give back to the community and show love to those who are supporting me. At the same time, I really want it to be as organic as possible, so gonna have to figure out the best approach to do that. So hang in there with me, y'all. I'll figure something out soon. So here we go, last pack. Max Clark. Yankees, we like seeing that. Brando. Pete Crow Armstrong. Aiden? Nope. And the last card, y'all. Thanks again for hanging out. Much love. I really appreciate y'all. Carson Wisenhunt. Well, that is a wrap, y'all. Thanks again. Until next time. Peace.